Hello, we are going to explain about the face recognition system using eigenfaces. It is quite a popular technique for face recognition. Step 1, we have to obtain the face images that we are going to use as training. So we have, for example, image I1, I2, I3, IM. We consider them to be as our training data set faces. Now, I'm going to consider a very small set of data set. For example, m is equal to 2. I have only 4 image matrices. And usually all the images are of same size, n by n. So again, I'm going to consider a small image of a 2 by 2 image matrix as shown on the slide. Next, we have to represent every image as a vector. And thereafter, the image vector represented by gamma I will be used in all the steps for calculation. So I represented the images as vectors. So I convert the 2 by 2 matrix into a 4 by 1 matrix, which is n squared by 1 if you consider a general image size. So you have gamma 1, gamma 2, gamma 3, gamma 4, all the respective vectors for the 4 images. Step 3, we have to calculate the mean face image. So we are doing an average over the data set. So we add the respective column elements and we divide by the total number of images in the training set. So we obtain the mean face image. Step 4, we subtract the mean image from the original image vector. So we have the calculation to obtain phi 1. So we subtract mean from gamma 1. To obtain phi 2, we subtract mean from gamma 2, and so on. We obtain the difference between each image and the mean as shown. So this is for the 4th image, the difference between the mean and the vector image. Now there is an important step, number 5, where we construct a covariance matrix. The covariance matrix C is equal to 1 over m multiplied by the matrix A with the matrix A transpose. Now the matrix A is constructed using the difference values from the previous step. So you have phi 1, phi 2, phi 3 and phi 4. Okay, these are the difference images that we obtain from step 4. You get the matrix A. The matrix A will be of size n squared by m, and in the example that we are considering, it is a 4 by 4 matrix. A transpose, we do transposition upon A to get A transpose. Now we have to calculate the eigenvectors and eigenmatrices, eigenvalues of the covariance matrix. So we have to calculate the eigenvector of A multiplied with A transpose. Now there is a technique that we use to simplify this process, because the size of A times A transpose is n squared by m. So n squared is very large. So we can calculate A transpose times A instead of A times of A transpose. We consider the eigenvectors of A transpose times A. So we have the equation written for eigenvectors in terms of eigenvalues times the eigenvectors Vi. We pre-multiply both sides by the matrix A, okay, to get the expression A times A transpose times a vector Ui is equal to the eigenvalues lambda I times Ui, the eigenvectors. Now A times A transpose and A transpose times A, they have the same eigenvalues, okay, as shown in equation 2. In equation 1, Ui is equal to A times Vi. So we have to compute the eigenvalues and eigenvectors of the matrix A transpose times A. Now in the example that I'm using, very small image, and the size of the matrix A is only a 4 by 4 matrix. I don't necessarily have to go through this step where I do A times A transpose. So I look at the matrix A times A transpose. Okay, this is the matrix A times A transpose. I take M 1 over M times A transpose, the product. Okay, get the resultant matrix, and I have expressed the matrix in decimal form, the values inside the matrix, so that I can use it for calculating the eigenvalues and the eigenvectors using an online tool. Okay, so it is a 4 by 4 matrix. We expect to get 4 eigenvalues, lambda 1 to lambda 4, and also 4 eigenvectors. Okay, as I mentioned, I use an online tool to compute the eigenvalues and eigenvectors automatically. Now, before we proceed further, we have to normalize the eigenvectors, v1 to v4. Now, normalizing the eigenvectors means if we take the magnitude of the vector, it has to be 1. Then it is normalized. So we have to calculate the magnitude of vi and divide every element in vi by the magnitude, by the corresponding magnitude. So I calculate the magnitude of v1, minus 3 square plus minus 1 square plus 0 plus 1 square, take the square root of 12. I compute the magnitude of v2, magnitude of v3, magnitude of v4. To normalize, I divide each eigenvector vi by its magnitude, as shown here. Now these resultant eigenvectors, now I name it as ui, u1, u2, u3, u4, they are the eigenfaces of the training data set. To reconstruct an image I, what we do is we add the mean face image with a weighted sum of the eigenvectors with a weightage w1, w2, w3, and w4. Okay, so any image in the data set can be reconstructed as the mean face image plus the sum of the weights times the eigen vectors or eigenfaces present. Now, it's not necessary that we take all the eigenvectors, especially if you have many eigenvectors in real images. We can take the k most important eigenvectors. Usually, we select them based on the largest eigenvalues. So, how do you obtain the weightage? The weight wk is equal to the eigenvector k transpose times phi I. Okay, phi I, remember, is the difference between the vector image and the mean. Okay, so to obtain the reconstructed image gamma 1, we get the mean plus u1 times w1 plus u2 times w2 and so on. Okay, so how do we get the weightage? W1, you take the eigenvector u1 transpose times phi 1. Weightage for w2, again, the eigenvector u1, this should be u2, okay, u2 transpose times phi 1, w3 take u3 transpose times phi 1, and w4, u4 transpose times phi 1. So this is the correction, it has to be u2, the second eigenvector u2. And we are talking about normalized eigenvectors. So doing so, we get the weights for the image I1. So this will be W1, W2, and W3, and W4. Okay, so we can represent the weights of image I1, okay, as a vector. Okay, we can do the same to calculate the weights for the other images in the training set, I2, I3, and I4, to get there the weightage for the other images. So the reconstructed image, take the equation. So I have to compute u1 times w1. Okay, I have the normalized vector u1 times w1. I get the multiplied vector. I do the same for the other three components, for u2 times w2 up to u4 times w4. So to reconstruct the image I1, I add the mean with the weighted sum of the eigenvectors and the weights. Okay, I do this computation, and this is the reconstructed vector for I1. The reconstructed vector of I1, if you compare it to the original image, is slightly different. So we can calculate the root mean square error between the reconstructed image and the original image vector. As an exercise, you can calculate the weights for the other three images and calculate the reconstructed image I2, I3, I4 using the same step as before. To perform face recognition of a test image, gamma nu, against the training data set that we have, first we compute the weights of the test image using the following equation. We have to multiply the eigenvectors transpose times phi nu, where phi nu is the difference between the mean and the vector image test image. So for W1, you multiply the eigenvector U1 transpose times phi nu, weightage for W2, W3, W4. You get the series of 4 weights for the test image. Now we have to compare the test image with the different images you have in the training set. So we compare the weights between the test image and the others present in the data set. We use the Euclidean distance to do the comparison. So we compute the Euclidean distance between the weights. The minimum Euclidean distance obtained, if it is less than a threshold, then the decision is the new face or the test face image is classified as belonging to the class of image K, which gave the minimum Euclidean distance. Otherwise, the test image face is classified as unknown. Now, this threshold T is usually taken as half the largest distance between any two faces in the training set. So we compute the largest distance between any two faces in the training set. Okay, their weights. The largest, we divide it by 2. We get a possible threshold to use in this algorithm. So I hope this explanation has been useful concerning face recognition using eigenfaces. As an exercise, you can design and draw a flowchart to represent and explain the face recognition algorithm using eigenfaces technique. Okay, using the different steps proposed in this session. Thank you.